just see if we're back here. I'm just double checking. Yeah, somehow the connection got lost. Let me just double check. I think we're good though. I mean, we're definitely back on. I just think it's a different video.
Okay.
It's likely a different video. I think we're back. I'm seeing people in here. The stream says stream is gone. Yeah. So that stream is gone, unfortunately. But there is another one up there. Yeah, there's going to be two. That one cut out. All right, let's let them get back in.
Open up a new stream. That one cut out.
Yeah, let's let them get back in here, and we're going to regroup here. Let everybody get back into the chat here. Let me see. We're still rolling, James. We're still rolling. I just got a different screen up here, letting everybody get back in here. Y'all let me know. We're gonna let this thing build back up. My bad, B Bird, about that. I'm not sure what the hell happened. But we're gonna get people back in. It was rolling too, man.
Zay said y'all tripping.
It was hey man, we got hey man, listen, I got the best internet we could possibly get over here, but sometimes technology.
Man, it's some technology, man.
Technology, dog.
It's the technology, you feel me? That's what it is. Don't act like CBS and NBC and all that stuff don't do it.
I don't know if yours cut out. Did yours cut out?
Mine cut out too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All good. I'll break it up into two when I put it on the podcast. I'll edit it and what have you.
Tell them NBC and all that stuff do it too.
Yeah. Listen, man. We just small timers. We don't got the ABC.
You feel me? Can
CBS.
click right back on in a second.
Huh?
That can click back on in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we don't got it, man.
We ain't billion dollar network yet.
We back though. We back. Facebook is back in the building. Sorry about that, Facebook. I don't know why I came up with that either. This talking about state of the unit tight ends. Is that what came up on Facebook?
I hope not.
No, I came up like that on yeah, it didn't come up like that on Facebook on YouTube. It came like that on Facebook. But we back.
Okay.
We back. We live. I'm just letting everybody get back in here. Sorry about that. He said, Brian said your stream got COVID. Y'all silly, man. Y'all is silly, man.
COVID stream.
Everybody good, though? How everybody doing out there? Y'all enjoying the show? Even though we had a little hiccup, we got to build it back up. We was jumping up in this.
Hey, B-Bird was talking was real.
Real.
Because just really what he's saying, I feel him. Like, Dak won't say it, and I think the biggest thing that he said to me was, Dak ain't gonna never come out and say nothing like that. But that don't mean he don't feel some kind of way, and maybe because he's close to his brothers. He's very, very close to his, we understand about what happened to his other brother, rest in peace. Yeah. But he's very close to his brothers. And if his brother's jumping out there and saying nothing, you don't hear Dak checking him. He's still out there talking. You get what I'm saying? That's telling to me is that when he said that the first time after Dak didn't get his deal, he's still out there tweeting stuff. He's still out there saying anything. Because now the Cowboys are saying something. Now Tad is jumping out there saying stuff that he didn't say before. You didn't hear nothing about Tad Prescott saying any kind of stuff like that. Now he's starting to talk a lot more. How come this couldn't be Tad talking for Dak?
It's possible. Remember, I think we talked a little bit about it on the last show. Do I think Dak doesn't want to be here? No, I don't think that. I think he's frustrated. I think he's very. I think
he's looking at that trust, and I feel like he's got that ear to something. Like, I'm not just going to run to it, but the ear is going to be open now because that trust I feel has really been broken.
But what Tad said, what he was talking about, I've never been a Cowboys fan till my brother and all that stuff. See, to me, that means he's speaking.
Little haterism.
He's speaking out of his own frustration. Is how I look at it. I mean, could I be wrong there?
No, but I still feel like he's still speaking a little bit for Dak as far as the frustration of we should have got this done.
Yeah.
We really should have got this done. And there's no excuses for why it wasn't done. You feel me, Sky? There's no excuses for it. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to blame the agent. This is something that could have been done before he got tied. I mean, this is stuff you guys could have made right. And once he did go, y'all should have known this. And it just frustrates me that you took care of everybody else and your franchise guy, you still put him just on a franchise tag. Now, I'm not really looking at the history with Drew Brees and two guys because that doesn't really always apply. Right. But I do feel like feelings are different, maybe in a sense of, like I said, that trust keeps coming back to me, the trust, because I don't care, Sky. That would bother me as a player when my guy is who's the owner or part owner, whatever, is telling on national TV, everybody to hear that we got to make it good for everybody. You're our guy, but we got to make that would bother me, man.
Yeah. I agree with you 100% right there. I think everything is back up to normal.
Yeah, what's popping now? Popping.
I think we got everything back to normal. I appreciate you guys sticking with us. Listen, make sure you
share this.
said
Steve Jones cut the feed.
Hold on, who said that?
I think it was Carlitos.
You can't see y'all.
Carlitos. Shit. He said we can't. They said they can.
Well, no, they couldn't see me because I got a different scene up so that we can.
See, that's Sky doing. He said, "Hey, that's this guy doing this thing, boo thing."
I was making sure everything was working. I was just making sure everything was working. Let me just make sure we still got the callers. The callers ain't leave us. Man, y'all is some y'all. I love y'all.
See, they graded you real hot. See, it's your fault, Sky. It's your fault. You know why? You know what's your fault? Because you started doing all this spectacular shit.
What's going on?
Anytime you mess up on it,
yeah.
We got 713 on the phone. What's going
on? Hey, I got two questions.
Hold on, who this?
You know it's Eastside.
I knew it.
You know it's Eastside. God
damn it, I knew it. And I forgot to put your thing up there.
Okay, yeah, bring your ass on and talk.
So for those who don't know, because we got new viewers, right? We cut out, right, Eastside? So we got to let people know who you is. This is our resident Cowboys hater, Texan fan. Now go ahead, Eastside.
Now, what I want to know, I don't know that last caller's name, but
E-Bird.
I said that like a week ago. But you know, when I said I'm a hater.
Oh, wait.
He's talking about and
no. You know when you got good points, Eastside, I tell you got good points.
And you know that's a damn lie because I do the same thing for you too, Eastside. So stop lying.
From you. Do you remember this great wide receiver that came out the Big 12? I don't know if you remember his name.
Roy Williams.
Oh yeah. I just got in an argument with another guy, another cowgirl delusional fan. She's about 10 years old. He told me I was stupid and Roy Williams was a cornerback.
Huh?
How was that great receiver out the Big 12? How did he work out?
In Detroit, he was good. In Dallas, it didn't work out.
I mean, come on. Do we really think? I mean, even when he came out of
that's not put CD Lamb in the Hall of Fame yet. Because it's like y'all already got his gold jacket, like already.
Wow. So
already custom.
Okay. We'll address that because Big Game can't come back at you right now because you can't hear him on the phone. So we'll address that afterwards. You said CD Lamb. What about CD Lamb?
He hasn't touched the field yet, and he's out the Big 12. Doing that against Kansas and University of Texas, that's right now. It's not the old University of Texas with Mac Brown and Ricky Williams.
You know who else played in the Big 12?
That's not the same University of Texas.
You know
Believe
who else,
me, I know.
Listen, you know who else played in the Big 12? And correct me if I'm wrong.
Don't say the one in a million freak aberration. I know what you're about to say, but go ahead.
That's Bryant.
Okay. Yeah, he did play the Big 12.
All-time leading wide receiver in Dallas in regards to touchdown. So don't tell me Big 12 wide receivers can't come out and be good.
What is this really saying? All-time Dallas receiver.
We got a Hall of Fame. Oh, come on, Eastside. We got guys that you don't have in Texans, all right? We have Hall of Famers at the position. Anyway,
calm down this.
So you don't believe? Do you believe that CD Lamb can come in and be impactful? Let's get rid of all the fluff and let's talk about the real. Can CD Lamb be impactful?
He's a first rounder. He's gonna touch the field, but I don't know, man. Man, what was that other receiver that came out of Oklahoma State, man? He played for the Jaguars. It was
I know you're talking about
Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman.
Blackwell or some shit. You can remember that guy?
I remember that guy. I remember he was lazy. I remember he was doing some type of drugs or something.
Yeah, he was alcoholic.
Alcoholic. Yeah. What CD Lamb ain't
You
nothing
look
but
at
a
him in college.
Yes, he was good
You
in
thought
college.
he was all world. He was the best thing coming
Charles
out.
Rogers was good in college.
So you thought you was gonna come on here and talk about CD Lamb being what, not good or something?
What I'm saying is, I'm hearing every Cowboys fan. They already got to go jack for the man. The way you talking about this, you gotta. Every draft pick don't pan out, man. That's all I'm saying is.
Listen, we're optimistic about our draft because if you remove that this is the Cowboys,
I got another word for it.
If you delusional, if you remove that we are the Cowboys had a really good draft. But if you listen, and you listen to our shows, at least my show, I'm not sitting here saying we're gonna have world beaters outside of our first two picks, like starters, really. I don't think we're going to have starters right away outside of our first two picks. So if I'm being realistic about them, why can't you talk about that part of it? Why you got to talk about, somebody that's saying that we got 5 Pro Bowlers out of the draft or something? That's stuff that we not really talking about here, bro. Bring the real.
Yeah, man. That's all I wanted to say. I ain't going to keep you on. Cause I know y'all can't handle too much of the realness, man. I seen y'all show last time. I was being on some good behavior, man. I ain't let y'all. I ain't want to act up in front of your company.
On Pat Walker. It's all good, but appreciate you calling, though, man. As always. I think he's out of here. So,
he got lucky.
Yeah, you couldn't say nothing.
Oh, he got lucky. I was ready to tear his ass up.
Well, go ahead, tear him up now.
Eastside, just shut the hell up, dog. You can just keep talking about CD Lamb, really? Yeah. Like, you won't tell me you weren't geek when you got Hopkins? You wasn't jumping around doing backflips and all that stuff when you got him. Oh, we got him with the job.
I bet you he would love to have CD Lamb now.
Oh, Lord, if they got CD Lamb, he'd be like, yeah, now what you gonna say now? Now I got him with Watson. You'd be saying the same thing, dog. Quit your haterism, bro. Just stop. You the baby brother. You got a couple victories. You're still the baby brother. You'll always be the baby brother. And just like the Eagles, we'll never recognize Texas. Sorry.
Hey, shout out to Eric Montoya. Has become a member. Welcome to the universe, man. And guys, I don't know if you noticed, we have a new member on the set. His name is the Nano Gauntlet. So you probably, what is this? This is all about the Avengers, man. This is the gauntlet that they put on to beat Thanos. And so let me add this to the set, man. It's pretty cool cup, man. Pretty cool cup. It got the
that's dope.
Yeah, got the Infinity Stones. You probably over there, but they got the Infinity Stones on it and everything.
I don't do none of that shit, but that's hard.
Yeah. I got this when I was in NC for my little vacation. I said, you know what? Let me grab this.
You know, the thing is, like, when I be hearing people getting all into Thanos, and part of me gets jealous because I don't get into that shit. So they'll be talking about, oh, did you see blah, blah? And I'll be curious, like, damn, who is that for real? But I just ain't taking the time for that shit.
Listen, take your time. Start with the first one. Start with, just take it. They're good movies.
I can't do it, dog.
They're good movies, man.
I can't do it, dog.
You're right, though, because you kind of live in that universe. You know how I got the Cowboys universe? There's the Marvel universe, man.
You gotta be in that universe to love that universe.
You absolutely do. But shout out to you, Eric. Appreciate you joining. Have access to all the cool perks that we have on this channel. And I did a giveaway last week on the show for 500level.com. And I'm going to do another giveaway here in the coming week. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. We have a couple more callers on the line. 224. What's up, 224?
Mel said I'm missing out.
Who said
What's
that?
going on?
Yeah.
Big Game James. This is Eduardo.
What's up, Eduardo?
What up? I can't say nothing. Tell him I said what's up.
He said, what's up, man? Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, I just had a quick point to the haters of Dak real quick. I just had to say it real quick.
Uh-huh.
So what gets me is when people bring up the record coming to Dak, like this ain't a team sport. Like, first of all, in 2019, the games we lost just because of special teams alone would have gave us at least 3-4 more games.
Absolutely.
On our record.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and people want to discredit him, but he to me, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. If you look at his play through the playoffs as well, while he was on there, he was going throw to throw with Aaron Rodgers. What happened was we just didn't have the defense to stop Rodgers at the end on a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Even in 2018, the season we actually won a playoff game, Dak Prescott in the entire playoffs had the number 1 QBR in the league. So it's so funny when I hear people, Carson Wentz, Dak Prescott thing. I hear that all the time. And I'm like, well, wait a minute now. If you really want to get funky with it, Dak Prescott has been a productive player in the playoffs. What has Carson Wentz done? You know what I'm saying?
Not a damn thing.
Exactly. But go ahead, man.
I just want.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to bring up the point about stop bringing up like records and stuff like that. Like it's not just the one man; it's the entire team. Yeah. Our defense was battling injuries the entire time last year, and Jalen Smith wasn't being himself, in and out. People, Rob Marinelli, and all that whole scheme, and just special teams alone, we could at least easily gotten more games to win.
Absolutely.
So that's all I was saying. And also, I'm about to get off right now, but
gotcha.
If you don't mind dropping that code for the 500 club real quick.
Got you. It's still 20.
Yeah.
Let me bring up the commercial again so you can see it here. If you go to 500level.com and whatever you want, whenever you go to check out, just put in still 20 and get 20% off anything. It doesn't even have to be Cowboys. The winner of the contest last week, I know he said his wife just delivered a baby. We congratulated him. They have baby stuff on it. So
nice.
Baby apparel. So that's pretty cool. Still 20, 500level.com if you guys want to grab something. All right, brother.
I'm going to get off now and hear what y'all have to say.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you calling in, Eduardo, man. Always.
Appreciate you.
Good stuff from Eduardo, man. Anything to add on that, specifically like the special teams?
I mean, we all know we have Philip Turner over there. He was a special teams coach. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about that Minnesota game specific where they called that wrong play and it cost the Cowboys the game. So right there, we seen how they kept Trash, whatever his hell name was, kept missing kicks way too long. You get Forbath, he goes 10, makes 10 of them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It was the little things like that killed Dallas. But one thing about Dak Prescott that I was just thinking about, Dak had a ridiculous year that nobody thought he was ever even going to do. He had a record-breaking year, like record-breaking.
He should add the yards, and he missed about 1 yard.
No, I'm talking about his rookie year.
Oh, okay.
His rookie year, he had a record-breaking year, rookie year. So everybody put him on that pedestal. It's hard to top that, what you did your rookie year, because you was phenomenal. And so everybody, I feel, keeps putting him to that level of what they want. And if he doesn't reach any of that by a little bit, oh, yeah, he sucks now, because he came in so phenomenal.
So crazy.
Nobody thought he was doing that, and everybody acts like he was a first rounder. Everybody acts like he was a top 5 pick. He wasn't.
He needed time to develop, and he
never even got the time to develop.
He really didn't. He did.
He was doing a fire though.
He didn't get time to develop on the bench, but he got time to develop as a starter. So he had to, like you said, get thrown in the fire, learn on the fly. And that's kind of part of it. And honestly, I kind of would rather my quarterback do that anyway. But he is a 4th round pick. Those guys are not expected to come in and do that. And here's one thing that, kind of gets thrown under the rug here. 2015, his team went 4-12, 1-11. Really, they probably would have went 1-15 if it wasn't for Tony playing in 3 of those games.
Right.
Or 4 of those games. They went 1-11 without Tony Romo. And the one game they won, I happened to be there. The Redskins game with Matt Castle. DMC scores a touchdown with like a minute left. Then Kirk Cousins just picks the defense apart, goes down, scores a game-tying touchdown. Then we got a few seconds left, and Dan Bailey nails like a 56-yard touchdown, and it was mayhem in there. But it was weird mayhem because it was like, yeah, we beat the Redskins, we hate you, but damn, we just kind of messed up our pick. You know what I'm saying? And with that pick, we end up getting Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. So we had a team who was 4-12 the year before. The very next year, with a rookie quarterback. I know everybody's going to say Ezekiel Elliott, and yes, he's part of that as well. With a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back and that coach, we went 13-3. Let's be real, big game, James. If Matt Castle, if Kellen Moore, if Brandon Whedon was the quarterback with Ezekiel Elliott, are we going 13-3?
Hell to the no.
But no one wants to talk about that guy that helped him do that.
That made me see something. I
No
never
one
really
wants to
looked
talk
at it.
about
Yeah.
that. No one wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about how in 2018, 3-5, with nobody at wide receiver and nobody at tight end,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the-
same
that's the-
head coach and the same offensive coordinator, right? The same, no improvements anywhere across the board. Rookie wide receivers, 3-5. We make a trade for Amari Cooper, who most fans said, "What the hell are you doing? Giving up a first-round pick for?" I always liked Amari Cooper. Wasn't me.
Me too.
First-round pick for Amari Cooper. What are you doing? This is crazy. He's done, man. He has the drops. He don't love football. He's not going to help this team. Ever since Amari Cooper has been with the Dallas Cowboys, him and Dak Prescott have been one of the most lethal quarterback to wide receiver connections. They ended up going 10-6, making it to the playoffs, and not a damn soul gave the quarterback credit for
None.
that. They said that Amari Cooper is the sole reason. Granted, was him being there helpful? Absolutely.
He has to catch the ball though.
It's the same guy y'all said was washed. It's the same guy y'all said couldn't catch. It's the same guy y'all said was not worth the first round pick. Now he's making $100 million. How you think he making $100 million? You think he'd have made $100 million with Brandon Wheaton? Okay.
And like he said, I came back for Dak. Dak was the deciding factor. They were going to offer me more money. But he said, you know what? I have a great chemistry with Dak. Do you think I want to go over here with this second year QB? I don't think so. I'm cool. You made some great points on that though.
Yeah, it's just stuff I'll be thinking about, man. All right, I think we got our Canada resident, Sid. It's your boy. Is this Sid?
Is that your boy?
It's your boy Sid. What's up, fellas, man? Sid is in the building.
Oh, good,
Yo,
man.
Skywalker sent a big shout out to Big Game James for me.
Yes, sir. He said he can hear you. You just can't hear him.
I gave you a shout out,
no
though.
problem. Yo, respect.
Don't
Big Game
don't
James,
talk
man.
about
Listen,
D-Law.
He said, "Don't talk about
I
D-Law."
wasn't gonna call. we won't go there today. You know what? Somebody touched on that a little bit, but I said I won't touch on it. But I just want to call in because I didn't want to call in, but I called in because a few people are hating on Dak, and I'm really tired of the Dak haters. I'm really tired of it, and I think that Dak people need to start showing Dak a lot more respect than what he's getting. Okay, I said it, and guys, you're gonna hear. This is my opinion. Dak will be in the Hall of Fame. Whether he will be in the Hall of Fame. I'm putting it out there. I think Dak will get to that with Mike McCarthy behind him. I think he will get to that level. Okay.
I think you about to get a whole lot of people that's about to snap on you. But go ahead.
Oh yeah.
It's all
Wait till
good.
you have your next
Guys,
show.
You can tune in my channel and hate on me all you want.
Yeah, go over
I'm ready
there,
for it.
Dallas Cowboys for Life on YouTube, and send all the hate mail that way.
Send all that hate, man, all over there.
Go ahead,
But
brother.
Okay, so with that being said, a lot of people are saying Dak can't throw the long ball, and Dak is not a reliable QB, and Dak doesn't want to be with the Dallas. Guys, stop all the noise. Go look at the stats speak for themselves. Go look at his highlights from last year alone. Look what he's done with the Dallas Cowboys when he came into it. You even said it just now. Dak came in as a rookie and took the team to another level. We brought in Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper brought the team to another level. The Raiders even said it after trading him that they regretted making that move.
How do you not regret that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, Dak needs to get more respect. Just like Zeke said, I wish Dak would come out and say, guys, give me my respect that I deserve. Because Zeke did it. Dak should do the same thing.
I like that. Sid. I like that, Sid, because one of the things I've been saying on this channel, James can attest to it. The Cowboys universe can attest to it. I wish Dak Prescott had that I don't give a F type of mentality, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, be it with his coaches, be it with whomever, and say, man, what y'all talking about? Screw y'all. We gonna run it this way, or we gonna do it that way. But on the other hand, Dak he's a perfect player you want to coach. So he's not going to do that, right?
Man.
Like, so you can't have it both ways. But I wish he had a little bit of that in him, because a lot of the great ones do. And maybe as he gets, more refined in the league, he'll come with that, because he's already a great leader. But now once he has that, hey, I've done it type of mentality, then maybe he'll say, listen, Jason Garrett, you ain't done shit in this league. Or if it's not Jason Garrett, anybody, I'm going to change the play type thing. But go ahead.
But for now, we'll be his voice. That's it. Us bloggers will be that voice that speaks out for Dak, because if he doesn't want to do it and he wants to stand back and be the good boy that he is, and I don't blame him, we will speak for him, and we will make sure that people know that Dak needs more respect. That's all I got to say tonight, fellas.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Great call.
It's your boy Sid, and I'm out.
And I'm out. He always hit you with that. And I'm out. Funny, man. Yeah, check out his channel, Dallas Cowboys for Life, on YouTube. I think him and my boy Jay Tuck went live today. And that's the thing. It ain't so much being the voice for Dak. I'm not really the voice for anybody. I'm just, as the opener said, bringing you the real.
Right.
That's all. And you talked about it earlier, and I said it in the comments. I said, man, this is crazy, because that's literally what I always try to preach. Bringing you the real. We're just being real about the situation, not being emotional about the damn thing. Because if Dak Prescott actually sucked, you think I'd be sitting here telling you this man's a franchise quarterback?
You think I would too, man, bro?
It baffles me, bro. It baffles me when I hear people say he sucks, man. But anything you want to add on to Sid before we go to the next caller? These lines are on fire right now.
I mean, it's just the same thing we've been saying. I I just feel like, just wait and see. I just feel like, just wait and see. I'm not gonna go as far as no Hall of Famer. I'm not gonna say no shit like that. But I will say, Dak, I have said on my feed, the last two feeds I had, Skywalker, give Dak a couple years under Mike McCarthy. Watch. Dak is gonna be one of the best quarterbacks, if not the top quarterback in the league, with 2 years under McCarthy.
Ooh, y'all both is dropping some clue bombs.
I'm gonna say that.
Y'all both dropping clue bombs. Hey, shout out to the chat, man. The chat's on fire. Again, I really thank y'all for coming back in. I don't know what happened to the internet. It popped out, came back in. Make sure you guys,
Jones.
Yeah, Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones cut us out. Make sure you guys continue to like both pages here, subscribe, and share the content, so we can get the chat and everything back popping up again. And the phone lines, which are already just going crazy right now. Somebody in the chat, where'd it go? They said something.
A lot of people are feeling that Hall of Fame shit, though, for real.
That's man. I don't got words for it.
Hey, but let's think about this though, Sky. Let's think about this.
Okay.
His 4 years have been ridiculous, for real.
4 years have been one of the best ever. I mean,
you feel me?
In regards to numbers,
where he was picked,
but not playoff and Super Bowl success. We've seen other guys win Super Bowls in their second or third years in the league, but just statistically, statistically, it's literally one of the best 4 year stretches to begin a career. But anyway, go ahead.
Just like I said, if we can say in this 4 years you had a coach like Jason Garrett, and you could have had those other guys that we mentioned have done it earlier. They had a Pete Carroll or somebody like that who we understand are a better coach than Jason Garrett. Dog, I just fantasize about, damn, if Mike McCarthy had your ass for 4 damn years, and you did this under, man, give me 4 more years under McCarthy, dog. And I don't know Hall of Famer, but like I tell you, dog, Dak will be one of the top guys.
Of course,
period.
He's definitely going. He already won the top. But
yeah, I mean, I'm saying we're just talking about.
We're going to be talking about. You're saying we're going to be talking about him like we talk about the Breezes and the Bradys when they were up there, right? See, Eastside said delusional. Shout out to Facebook, Jonah Reyes. He says, yes, those haters are going to hate, but we know Dak is going to take us to the bowl. That and lots of other fans will be waiting for a very long time. Dak's my man. He's going to shut up them mouths. Yeah, Dak got a lot of fans too, but man, he got a lot of haters up in this.
Oh my gosh,
In
we know the
Cowboys Nation.
haters.
Absolutely. All right, let's get another call on the line. 512 is on the line now. 9110 is up. 409 on it. What's up, man?
Yay! Warm it up. Oh, I know y'all boys looking shocked right now. It's Philly Notion.
Billy, oh, he got in.
Hey,
Oh,
Philly,
okay.
hey, I showed
See,
you
we got all that. We had East Side up here. Now we got Philly Phil up in the place.
Man. Hey, big shout out to y'all fellas doing y'all thing. Y'all know y'all kicking that fire, man. I love every bit of it.
Thank you, sir.
But y'all know I had to stop up in here, you know what I'm saying, for the Eagle culture and go ahead and talk about some of these things, fellas.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Man. Hey, already. Real quick, man, I just, I got to get a pause for, the Eagle culture. Gang, I'm trying to understand, why is this a headline right now? And why are we continuing to blame Jason Garrett like it's his fault right now? Dak ain't getting paid. Dak ain't getting paid because Dak ain't show up in the big games when he needed to show up.
Philly.
He ain't getting the things done.
All right, let me pause you. Philly,
my guy.
let me pause you right there. I don't think anyone is saying, Dak didn't get paid because of Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett. So we'll stop that. No one is saying Dak's not paid because of JG. And why is it a headline? It's because it's Dallas Cowboys. That's it. This is not a headline anywhere else. But continue, brother.
Brother,
He don't even believe in Carson
I'm
Wentz.
trying to understand, look, we all know, Dallas, y'all's team is ran by Zeke. Y'all shelved out so much money for Zeke and Cooper and D-Law. Y'all lost track of who's supposed to run the shit, which is supposed to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
That was the most laughable thing I just heard on your show from, I think it was a previous caller. Maybe it was Sid. I'm going to have to go check out his channel for sure. But definitely, that's a Hall of Famer? Cut it out. Cut it out.
Hold on, Philly knows.
Explain to me how he a Hall of Famer.
I'm not going that far. Before I do that, though, is Wentz a Hall of Famer?
I'm gonna put it
Hold on, James, 'cause I can't hear him.
He's
Hold
a
on.
future Hall of Famer.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that yes.
Get the fuck.
He
Hey,
lying.
I'm about to cuss on this damn show. Philly.
Fellas,
He
listen,
lying.
I'm
Oh my
explaining
God.
to you why.
I can't say.
I'm explaining you why. He's already creating a resume, fellas, of greatness.
Oh my God.
Okay? What do you want?
Laughing.
No, Philly,
It's a fact, fellas.
please explain.
Listen, Wentz right now is already in the scale of a top 5 quarterback. I mean, let's don't put it out there. And he continues to excel year after year. He's putting the team on his back, fellas, for crying out loud. We beating teams with practice squad players. That's the definition of a real quarterback, fellas.
Listen, man.
Talk to me.
Wentz is not no goddamn Hall of Fame quarterback. Okay, with 3 yards passing in the playoffs, can't finish a damn season, and you talk about he carried a team. Y'all were 5-7 before y'all played 4 piss-poor teams in the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Washington Redskins. And when we talk about the Carson Wentz winning the division against the Cowboys, listen, I give Carson Wentz, I like Carson Wentz. I don't want you to think I don't. I think he's a very good quarterback. You tripping about this Hall of Fame shit right now. But I think he's a very good quarterback. However, when this whole practice squad thing, he won the division by beating the Cowboys. I don't care if you had janitors out there. You should beat the 2-14 Redskins. You should beat the 3-13 Giants. I don't care, right? But you beat the Cowboys not on the back of your practice squad wide receivers. They had 7 receptions. You beat the Cowboys because you have a head coach that knows how to adjust against a team like the Cowboys. We had a head coach that just says, go out there and play, and we'll leave it up to the gods to hope that we win the game, even though your quarterback is hurt. Even though they have never shown any ability to stop Ezekiel Elliott, and we got another guy back there, Tony Pollard, to use to take advantage of. Y'all took advantage of this team with tunnel screens, with short, quick outs, beating us with your tight ends. Y'all beat us up here. Y'all didn't beat us because Dak Prescott sucks. Okay? That's not what happened. But I digress. I digress.
Right on, Sky. Listen,
He knows you
we
true.
didn't ask for the division last year. We took it. That's how we did it. You know, look, we all knew the Eagles was battled up, hurt the whole season. We losing receivers, lost everybody left and right. But the fact remains that we have a winning pedigree. We have a quarterback that's going to go out there, rally the team together when the games matter the most to put us in a position to win.
Because
you can't say that same thing for Dak.
What?
I'm looking at these games right now. Hold on, Scott. Let me just run through something real quick for you, brother.
Go ahead.
Listen, y'all lost last year, okay, to teams with some kind of pedigree. Y'all lost to the Saints. Dak didn't even throw a touchdown. Y'all lost to the Packers. Y'all lost to the Jets. Y'all lost to the Vikings. Y'all lost to the – I'm just saying, any games that actually mattered for something, Dak didn't show up. I'm not putting that on coaching, brother. That is a Dak issue.
Wow.
He didn't want the bag last year. That's all I'm saying.
He beat the Eagles, though.
Smashed the Eagles.
He did. But what was he at, though, after the season ended? On the couch, brother.
All right, listen, Notion. Listen, you said Dak Prescott can't do all this stuff. Are you forgetting Dak Prescott has more than one season in the NFL?
And tell him the record against Carson Wentz.
And are you forgetting his record against your Philadelphia Eagles, who you're praising like hell? You forget he has a very good record against them, right?
Yeah.
Facts. Yes. Okay. Listen, I'm not coming.
Tell him to talk about that.
Dak is trash. I understand.
Oh, he changed it up now, Sky.
But here's the thing, though.
Sky.
You said he can't do these things. He's proven that he could, right? Factually.
Not on the big stage. What's he done on
not?
He has a playoff win against Russell Wilson.
Oh, my. Okay. If that's the biggest stage Dak is going to get, he's not worth the $40 million contract or whatever he's asking. Okay, I understand why Jerry declined that.
So what's the biggest stage Carson Wentz has done? What's the biggest stage? Give it to me.
2017 Super Bowl champion. That's what he's done.
That wasn't him.
Philly. I get it. Philly. Congratulations on your Super Bowl championship. But I ain't talking about Nick Foles. I said, what is the biggest stage Carson Wentz has played and performed on in this league? Give it to me. And if you don't have it, just say he ain't done it yet. Just be real. He ain't done it yet.
Look.
See?
Tell him to hang up, Sky. Hang up on him, Sky.
I understand, he got robbed last year of that dirty county hit when he was in the playoffs. We saw it. Anybody in the NFL would have got blasted off like that. So I'll go ahead and I'll retract on that for this point in time.
Okay.
Being, yes, he hasn't went off and, I guess, done what Foles has done. But we as the Eagle culture know, Sky, we understand that before he went down, he was 11-2. He already sealed a buy-up for us. So he was going to be on that stage regardless.
Right, but the problem is, Philly, we haven't – the problem is, Philly, we haven't seen him on that stage. So we can't just say he's that good on that stage. We haven't seen it. We've actually seen Dak Prescott play very well in the playoffs number of times. We've seen him go toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers and score 30-some-odd points and lost, not because of him, because the defense couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers. We've seen him beat Russell Wilson and make clutch plays in the playoffs against Russell Wilson. We've seen him, granted, the offense was up and down against the Rams, but keep the team in the game as best as they could when his defense gave up 300 yards rushing. So we've actually have 3 games of Dak Prescott performing adequately well on the big stage. Obviously, the team didn't get it done. But we want to talk about Dak and Carson. We've seen Dak actually play well on the big stage. But because Carson Wentz can't finish a goddamn season, we don't know what he looks like on the big stage. All we got is that y'all were 2-3 against winning teams last year. Oh, wait a minute. That's the same amount of wins that the Cowboys had against winning teams last year. Well, what do you know it?
Hey, look, Scott. Big fact is we both stunk it up last year. Neither one of our teams honestly should have been repping the division.
Thank you for saying that.
That's a fact.
Thank you, because a lot of Eagle fans don't say that.
Stunk it up. No, hey, that's a fact. We both. Hey, look, I'm not sitting here saying that we didn't play up to. I know we had some reasons why we didn't play up to par. y'all's team was loaded. That's all I'm saying. I want to break down the whole, y'all have weapons around Dak Prescott. Carson Wentz doesn't have that, or he hasn't had that until this point. I think we've upgraded. But I find it delusional, Sky. Just, the fan base y'all got going, I understand, you know what I'm saying? You kicking that fire to these boys. But at the same time, y'all going into this league as an experiment. Y'all going in with a new head coach.
I mean, that's true.
A new defensive coach.
That's true.
Dak Prescott got to learn something completely new. And y'all have the audacity to be talking about NFC championships and Super Bowls?
No, Philly, you're new to my channel. By the way, appreciate you, brother. You're new to my channel. Most of the people that have listened to me over the last number of months, somebody even called in and talked about Super Bowl with the Cowboys. I said, don't even mention Super Bowl right now. We ain't been to the NFC Championship game yet. We ain't seen this team yet. We don't know about Super Bowl. However, do I think this team is talented enough to be a potential threat in the playoffs? Yes. Potential threat and being a Super Bowl winner are two totally different things. So you barking up the wrong tree on that one. I don't talk Super Bowl because Super Bowl was so hard to do. You need things to bounce your way. You need luck. You need stuff like non-calls in the Super Bowl, Philly. You need stuff like missed calls in the Super Bowl, Philly. You need stuff like, you know what I'm saying? You need that stuff to happen to win the Super Bowl. I can't say I can see that right now.
Big facts, right on, man.
Listen, bro. I need you to call in again at some point. I got to get these other callers in here, man. I love going back and forth with you. I'm mad my boy Big Game couldn't get in.
Y'all keep up the good work, man. Big Game, James, man. Y'all do y'all thing. All love, fellas. Y'all gonna see me in the chat box, but y'all know what it is. Fly, Eagles, fly. Them Cowboys is hella trash. Y'all know what it is. Stay blessed, fellas.
Cry, Eagles, cry. All right, brother. I get with you. Man, listen, man. Go ahead, bro. You can go now. I'm sorry. I'm mad that you can't really get in on this.
I'll just be sitting back there laughing, but it's just funny. The funny thing is when you kill him and then he'll like, but no, let's switch it. Like, come on, dog. Like I said, when he sit there and said, when you ask him the question, is Carson Wentz a Hall of Famer? And when he took 5 minutes to answer you, when he had the big pause. Philly fans know in their heart. See, they want to yell it to Dallas, okay? They yell it to Dallas, but it's kind of like you got one of them girls, you think she bad, and you want to, she bad. But deep down inside, she ain't bad. You won't hide her everywhere else you go, and she all right. Dog, they do not believe in no Carson Wentz over there, dog. They don't. They talk all this trash about him, but that's just to try to compare him to Dallas. Yep. They don't believe in him.
I mean, you heard what he just said here. Now, this shit was crazy. He just called Carson Wentz a Hall of Famer.
He just said that, dog, because he ain't have nothing. He ain't know what else to say. He didn't want to not say it because he didn't want to look like he was repping his Philly boys. He did not want to say that. But deep in his heart, he knows damn well Carson Wentz ain't close to no Hall of Famer. And guess what? They got a Jalen Hurts. So don't keep getting hurt over there, dog, because you never know.
Listen, man, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all know I go in. Y'all know I can go in, and y'all stuck with me through that one, man. And stuck with me through that call, that Eagle virus.
And, man, those guys, I appreciate it's so funny. They know in their hearts.
But see, they pretty much tell on themselves. They tell on themselves.
They tell right on them.
And this is why we can't always take y'all word. Well, no one takes it to heart, but it's hard to take you serious, man.
Don't take y'all serious. We laugh at y'all.
There's a Philly guy who was talking about it's a team game for Dak or for Carson Wentz, but it's not a team game for Dak. It's Dak Prescott got to do this and he got to do that. This stuff don't make sense, man.
You don't even get mad when you argue with a Philly fan. You laugh at them.
Oh man, one of my best friends is a Philly fan.
You don't get mad at Philly fans. I laugh at them.
But man, he's when they win, man, he make you want to fight him. Yeah, that's how he be. It's like, come on, dog. But shout out to Jay Farm. He had a donation on the what do you call it? Cash App. Appreciate you, brother. $25 donation, man. I appreciate that, Jay.
Jay Farm.
It was a treat to talk to you today on here. We got to get you on the VIP. I got to get a VIP list, man. We got a couple VIPs. In my opinion, I don't have a list, but I want to make one, man, so y'all can get up in here because y'all are great. Let's get back. My guy. Let's get back to my guy. OG. B Bird. I'm sorry about earlier, B Bird. I don't know what the hell happened, but welcome back.
Yeah, that's all right, man. I want to kind of continue the thought process though, because I want everybody out there to understand that this is not just about numbers. This thing is about respect and your team buying in, and what I mean by that is you got to look at his peers. When this guy goes to midfield or go to these camps or whatever, I mean, when you go see these quarterbacks that have already been there and they got the team believes in them and they put the money behind them, and that's what the belief is. The belief is not just, hey, we believe in you. The belief is actually putting the money in the contract that it says that you believe in it, because your mouth can say a lot of things, but your actions say it tells me everything I need to know. And so that's kind of embarrassing for Dak. They put him in a bad situation. I think also, too, man, just with the team, you kind of want to know that, hey, this guy here is our leader. He's going to be here for a while. We're going to follow him. But you almost make him a lame duck. And that's why, I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news. I'm just going to tell you, in my mind, there's about 85% chance that Dak won't be here.
85.
For a long-term contract, because the longer you let this thing float out there, the more contentious, the more things going to leak out, and other stuff like that's going to happen, and it'll make it to whereas it'll just be kind of very hard to sign, no matter what the cost is. And again, if the Cowboys didn't do it this year, you know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be cheaper next year to do this thing. I just don't understand that. But can I say one thing before you comment?
Yeah.
When Wentz, think about this. The person that should have been in the most hot seat as a quarterback should have been Carson Wentz. I mean, Nick Foles comes in for him, take the team, and the team showed more energy, and they played better together with Nick Foles, to be honest with you, and they won a Super Bowl. But what does Philly do to quell all that? Well, you know what they did? Philly signed Wentz up to a long-term contract, and they just shut everything down, right? And so now the locker room knows that, hey, this is our guy. Yeah, we got Foles, and he did good things. We love him for what he did, but Wentz is our guy. And that's the way you treat your quarterback. You don't treat your quarterback like a cornerback, either tackle or anything else. You treat those guys differently. And the way they treat Dak, man, it just don't. I just don't feel like it's going to be a long term deal.
You could be right. I don't agree. I think they'll get one done. But James talked about that, and I'll let him elaborate on that after the call here.
And then one thing, I'm going to ask you a question. So Dak's a 4th round draft pick, right?
Yes.
And that means that nobody thought enough of him. Even the team that drafted him didn't think enough of him to draft him higher.
Hell, Jamil
Do you think
Showers
that thing
was on the team.
Yeah. Do you think that 4th round draft pick and what their mindset was initially has anything to do with them not believing in him? You get what I'm saying? Like, they're still saying, well, is this really true? Got a 4th round draft pick.
If that's the case, man, then we are in deep trouble at the front office. We are. If you don't think this guy has it after seeing what you saw, and I don't even mean just has it to be your guy moving forward, we're in deep trouble, man. I think they do though, because they offered him a 5-year deal. I really do believe this just comes down to them being stubborn and ego, and Stephen Jones is saying no, we don't give out 4-year deals to big contracts. I'm sticking to my guns. All of a sudden, I'm sticking to my guns. We give out 5-year deals here so we can protect ourselves or whatever and move money around. So I think they do believe in him. I just think this is just a matter of pettiness. Shout out to Philly Notion for this, man. But yeah,
I don't see how if you don't sign him this year, like next year will be better. I just don't see that as far as cap, as far as anything concerned. I mean, one of the things that and a lot of fans may not know, some may not know, is his $31 million is lower than we would have got yearly, but it does affect our cap in a negative way. $31 million is $31 million. And so this is going to preclude us from maybe making a trade, maybe making a signing, or maybe doing something else. And I think when you cannot have a rule for a team in general. You can't say, like, we only sign 5-year deals. Quarterback is just so much different to me. They're the heartbeat of the team. Not many of them out there that you don't have a good one, you're not going to win, And so I think you have to, if you're Stephen Jones, you have to kind of swallow your pride a little bit on this thing and say, hey, look, we're just doing 4 years on this thing. Let's get this guy signed. Let's show everybody that we're behind this guy. Let's show everybody he's our future. And guess what? Now the team can rally behind this guy and knowing that he's the future. and we can go forward. You're going to take some L's sometimes. And again, anybody that's thinking about this, the agent being a problem, agents is doing his job, man.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. And so, hey, tell you what, if y'all need an agent, y'all go get one that's going to settle for less. But you wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to do that. And this is just what he's supposed to do. But again, man, as I said earlier, I really think that Dak's brother, being in the family, he has the pulse of what's going on. And Dak is just too professional to let that thing come out. But I'm going to tell you that I'll be shocked if this guy signs a long-term deal next year or from now on. But I'm going to let you go, man. Y'all keep it up, man. Y'all having a great show again, man. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, B. Appreciate it.
All right.
I don't know, big game. He don't think he's going to get one.
No, I think they're going to reach out to him again. I did say in my heart, it's difficult in my heart to think that if y'all were tripping on this year, he has to play absolutely like trash this year for his numbers to go down. And we're seeing a Mike McCarthy better than a Jason Garrett. The numbers only going to go way, way up. So I'm just interested to see that if y'all was tripping on this 4-year deal and things of that nature, what are y'all going to trip on next year if it's 38 or 40 million? What are y'all going to say then? That's what I'm asking my own self and my own brain, Stephen Jones. How are you supposed to figure this out if you ain't figured it out this year?
Yeah, I'm going to touch on that real quick. Jay Ford, man, he's gold. He said, Philly Notion was on the phone longer than wheelchair Carson Wentz was in the game. I might have to fact check that because I think he's right.
I mean, he was right. He was like, only in there for like 3 minutes or something before he got hurt.
Here's the thing. One of the two things is about to happen with this. Me personally, I think Dak Prescott is going to have a great year. Great statistically, because technically if we go 9-7 or 8-8, the overall value of the team won't look good, right? But statistically, I can't see this guy regressing. So he's going to. I agree with B. Bird. It's not going to be cheaper. It's going to be more expensive. But if this team with Mike McCarthy can somehow show
win
improvement, right? If we can get to the NFC Championship game, or honestly, I think even if we get to the divisional game, and Dak plays his ass off, and this game is lost on something other than him being bad, you pay him. Just flat out, they're going to pay him. They have to. Absolutely have to. But I think it'll be tougher if they don't get to the NFC Championship game. So this could backfire on them because it's going to cost them. I think it will backfire, period. It's going to cost them either more money or it's going to cost them their quarterback. And now we're starting over with the coach who is not here to start over.
Let me ask you this, though, Sky. This could just be hypothetical. Now, we all heard how Stephen Jones said, this is our guy. All right. Do you think that maybe they said, I want to see one more year with you with McCarthy. I seen you with Garrett. I want to see you 1 year with McCarthy. So maybe that's why I'm going to stay firm and why I'm not moving away from our 5-year deal, because I really want to see what you look like under McCarthy.
I hear that and I hear other things and it all makes sense. Like if you don't really acknowledge what I think is just the obvious issue, it makes sense. However, I think the obvious issue is that we have a guy in Stephen Jones who is just so gung-ho on sticking
arrogant.
The ego, the arrogancy, and so gung-ho on being, I hate to use the word cheap, right? But just being frugal with his money and not aggressive with it, that I think that is the number one problem in this entire situation. Because we've seen him play hard ball with everyone. Did it ever go this far? It did not. But I think it likely is because somebody compromised. Somebody on the other end compromised at some point. Ezekiel Elliott, he got a 6 or 7 year deal.
6-year deal, 15.
6 years, fam. 6 years. You know damn well they're gonna get funny with that money. You know damn well
within 3.
Zeke is not seeing the entire 6 years.
No.
If Zeke came to him and said,
"I want evaluating that 3."
Right. If he said, "I want a 3-year deal," I said, "Hell no, get out of here."
Nope, they wouldn't have did it.
DeMarcus Lawrence, we forget he played on a franchise tag. So that's one thing I have to say to people that say that they don't believe in Dak is that or believe that Dak will get signed. Well, DeMarcus Lawrence played on a franchise tag, and then the following year he got paid. So it's not far fetched to see someone get paid off the franchise tag after playing on it. With quarterbacks, there's only 2 of them that played on it, and they both went to different teams. That's the thing, right? That's the one that scares you. Is because you're like, man, we, normally when this happens, we don't see the quarterback come back. You got to hope, like Patrick Walker said, Jerry Jones just intervenes. Jerry Jones says, I hope he lives for 150 years. He don't got another 15, 20, 30 years to be playing around. Right? And nothing is guaranteed. He ain't been to the NFC Championship game in 25 years. Y'all really want to, tank and hope that you can get a quarterback and hope that quarterback is as good as Dak Prescott or better and hope that Mike McCarthy is still around during all this stuff?
I mean, he just said that he didn't want to start over with a coach. He wanted somebody who was already in the foxhole. So why the hell would you try to say, I ain't going to sign Dak and go with like a rookie quarterback and take all those chances? Hell no. That's a big risk not to take. I gotta find
Troy's comment here, but Swaggy said a comment. Oh, there, Troy, you mentioned a comment in my chat earlier. I wanted to get to it, but we were on the phone. I'm gonna try to find it. But I think it was something similar to Swaggy. Swaggy said everyone is quick to blame the Joneses, but say nothing about how Dak's agent is being stubborn and greedy. How is that fair? Who hired him? We mentioned this earlier actually in the show, Swaggy, where I don't want to bore everybody with the same thing. But we talked about how what they were offered reportedly was $106 million, 35 APY, which to us is amazing money. But as an agent, like B. Bird said, doing your job, that technically is a deal that is below market value. It's less percentage-wise guaranteed than Ryan Tannehill. It's less guarantees than Carson Wentz. It's less guarantees than Jared Goff.
Who's trash.
If you hired someone, James or Swaggy, you said, hey, I want you to go out there and get me a market value, above market value if you can, but at the very least market value. And they don't do it. Are you then going to be happy with that agent? And if you are that agent, if you are a player in the league looking at that agent, a quarterback coming up, maybe looking to switch, he can't even get a guy that's 27 in his prime, coming off a career year, who has a ceiling is super high right now, who's getting better, who is young, who is durable, plays all his games. You can't get that guy above market value? I don't know that Todd France can sit here and take less. Now,
he has to stay firm.
Now, according to some reports, Jane Slater said that, and even Patrick said they were willing to go up to 110. And once they were willing to go up to 110, Dak picked up the phone and called Steven and said, hey, let's try to do something with this. But it was too late.
It was too late.
Those are the reports. Late. The reports was too late. So there's that, Swaggy. I don't know, if that helps kind of better answer your question. At the end of the day, as regular human beings that don't make hundreds of millions of dollars like them, would I take $35 million a year, 106 guaranteed? Absolutely. But we have to look at it in a multitude of ways. You good here though, James? You good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just listening to you. I mean, like I said,
you know what I'm saying? We good to go. We got some more callers. I'm good, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me get another 409 for your mind, as my guy likes to say on the phone. 409, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Sky?
Not much, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right, bro. This I usually comment as D Shift in the comment section.
Oh, D Shift. What's up, D Shift?
Not much, man. Nah, bro. I just been kind of like sitting down and looking at some videos, putting a series of videos together, man. Just trying to get my feet wet, and really, I just started on these losses really from the Saints and the Packers, man.
Hey, what you see? What you see when you was looking at that?
I want to dispel the term empty calories when it comes to Dak Prescott. It's not his fault that he gets his team inside the 40-yard line
Super
4
chat.
times in the first half in the Packers game and gets all these stats but doesn't have anything to show for it because you have a pick that, his coop a little behind him. He could have caught that. Your tackles played like crap that game. Again, you're right there close and nothing guaranteed with Maher, but at that point as a coach, do you adjust and start saying this is 4-down territory when we got 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5?
Chief,
and,
you know damn well Jason Garrett ain't doing nothing on fourth down unless he absolutely has to, right?
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
But it's just, sad to see that in the Packers game, man. And, the fifth drive, we had we got to the 50-yard, at least the 50-yard line. So it's 4 drives within the 40 and another, within the 50. And, they turn it on the third quarter. But every time they gain momentum, the one thing we overlook in that Saints game is the punt. The Saints brought back for 25-yard line. For 25
hidden
yards
yardage
for another field goal. Yeah. So just underlying things. Dak's doing his thing, man. If it's just the team played horribly bad, man. It just all came together like a perfect storm, in my opinion. Until I see otherwise, man, I can't be. It's gonna be hard to convince me. I guess I'm a little biased, but just from what I'm looking at so far, man, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible.
Right.
I'm trying to, place blame and, give it to Dak when necessary. But, I can't really blame him if the, ends shoot up once the ball is snapped and they're right in his face. I don't know. The great Drew Brees can't even.
Yeah, I'll let Big Game James and I address that off the air so he can actually, chime in on that, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Great call. And he did his homework, James. He did his homework. He went on there. He watched and kind of talked about some of the things we talked about during the game. Now, that's where I talked about this previous year, James.
Mm-hmm.
If it's one thing, like I said, I wanted Dak to do under the Jason Garrett era, it was to overcome the coaching more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Dak. I know it's tough to overcome that kind of coaching all the time, but it's what we had. So now who can I find to step up? I needed him to step up more last year to overcome the coaching, and it didn't happen. Previous years it did. He's second in the league in comeback victories. Last year it did not. But those Saints games and the Packers games, we talked about on our shows during the season, man. Kind of mirrors the same thing.
But a lot of times we also saw that when the Cowboys got near that 20-yard line or got near the red zone, how many times did they take the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands? So a lot of times it's hard for you to kind of take over and make plays inside the red zone, the money zone. Ain't that the money zone? That's where you make your money. And they would take the ball out of his hands, start running up the middle, start getting real predictable. And it's almost like it's not. I'm like we talked about Scott Linehan sabotaging Dak Prescott, and then you come right back and you get a Kellen Moore, and you're still doing the same things.
Yeah, you got a guy like Dak who should be an absolute monster in the red zone, and when they use him, his legs, he is. When you have a team that is not creative, when you get to the red zone, this is what people fail to realize. The reason why we are not that great in the red zone is because we're not creative in the red zone. You cannot continue to run the same shit in the red zone because the field shrinks. The defense, believe it or not, y'all, has the advantage in the red zone. You can't run nobody behind my safety. It shrinks. It makes things harder. The zones get congested. It's hard down there. That's where coaching comes in. And we've been a piss-poor red zone team for the last 2 years. Okay? Because there was no creativity. If you go look at the play, one of the plays that the cat in Kansas City, what's his name? Pat Mahomes and them ran. A couple of them plays, when Travis Kelce is getting handoffs and going in motion and just so much happening pre and post snap. We don't see that. It's either line up in the eye, give it to Zeke, or it's read out. It's I don't even call it read out. It's read option, zone read or what have you. That's it. There's no creativity down there. I think he can be a very dangerous red zone guy. But yeah, man. Shout out to that last call, D Shift. Very, very good call.
Yeah, and people, and a lot of people go back to that Jets games, what kind of frustrates me, because in that Jets game, he got murdered in that Jets game. A lot of personal fouls that were not called in that game. And let's not forget, Amari Cooper went out that game, and Michael Gallup was in that game, and Michael Gallup played like trash that game. He dropped I think like 4 passes in that game, big passes that could have been first downs, drive killers, but we blame Dak. And also, Dallas was losing that game. Dak brought us all the way back. People forget that.
Yeah, if they say he had no touchdowns, he scored a rushing touchdown to potentially tie the game. Here's a funny thing.
We had a touchdown taken away with that bogus-ass penalty on Cedric Wilson.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Here's a funny thing about that game, and I hate to harp on it. So Dak Prescott, not even say Dak, the Cowboys. Here's who the Cowboys were without in that game. Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins. Okay? And people say, oh, if he don't have all these guys around him, he can't win. How many quarterbacks are winning without both of their starting tackles? An undrafted guy, rookie, playing in one spot, and Cam Fleming playing in the other spot. A second round, granted, love him, second year wide receiver. Tavon Austin as your main guy that game. Cedric Wilson, Ventrell Bryant.
Who got hurt as well as Cedric Wilson went out of that game. He got hurt.
They didn't dress Devin Smith. So here's why I want to say this. People love to say when Dak doesn't have Tyron Smith, blah, blah, blah. If you go look at Carson Wentz's stats when he does not have his right tackle, who often gets suspended or injured, and Lane Johnson, his quarterback rating is worse than Dak Prescott's when he doesn't have Tyron Smith. I repeat, Philly fans, when your quarterback does not have his best tackle, Lane Johnson, his record and his quarterback rating is worse. It's bad. He's not that good. Meaning, quarterbacks need help, right? Quarterbacks need to have those guys around them. So, of course, when they're out, they're not going to play as well. And that Jets game was just a nightmare in regards to protection. It was a nightmare. And the coaches did not adjust. And Dak couldn't adjust himself. That's one of the things that I think he needs to get better at. He needs to have the ability to say, hey, man, I got to find out a way to do it my way and make sure that his way works. He didn't do that enough last year. I thought there was so many opportunities, James, that Dak should have been like, man, screw what y'all talking about. Okay?
Let me win this
we
damn
have
game
a potential
myself.
to win this game. I'm going to go out here and win it. And he didn't. And I want to see more of that in Dak. If he can't show me that next year, maybe I will be concerned then. But I've seen him be able to come through in the clutch in his first 3 years in the league. Last year, it concerned me that he didn't want to, I don't say wanna. I shouldn't say wanna. But he didn't overcome his coaching enough because there's going to be times you have to do it. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get it. Man, if you're good, I'm good. But let's get.
I got Steve, my guy Steven. You know Steven Keever. Is it Keever? Keever is in Louisiana. He be in the war room. He said if you see the number 337, that's him. And Jessica Haggerty is calling as well. Yeah, he's in here.
What's Jess's number? Let's get Steven here. 337. What's up, Steven?
What up, fellas?
Thanks,
Big James.
What's up, dog?
What's up, Will?
What up?
I'm good, brother.
You can't hear me.
He said, what up?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, just it's wild. I'm in a group chat with BJ and a few other guys, and BJ brought up a point. Probably turn of the new year, around January, February, that if we don't get a deal done with Dak, that it might be McCarthy, man. I mean, might have a little input on that. A little say that, hey, let's tag him and see how he plays. Not necessarily in his system, because it's going to be in Kellen, still Kellen Moore's system, right? But just to see how he responds to his coaching and his quarterback expertise as far as McCarthy himself, and go from there. The only thing with that is, though, Will, I mean, the tag next year is supposed to be what, like $37.68 million, something like that?
Close to 38, yeah. Yeah,
so $38 million. So, I mean, my whole thing with a bunch of Cowboy fans that don't like Dak, or some Cowboy fans that don't like Dak, my only response to them, rebuttal to them, is Steven and Jerry should have just gave him a non-exclusive tag. That way, everybody would have, including them, meaning Steven and Jerry, everybody would have found out what Dak's true value is.
Yeah, that's a great point. Let me talk about that real quick, man.
That's real shit.
Now that we see what has happened, that the deal has not been done, if he would have got the non-exclusive tag, he would have been able to negotiate with another team. And if I'm not mistaken here, Steven, if he signs with another team, they have to give up compensation, correct?
If Dallas didn't match, correct.
If Dallas didn't
match. Dallas had the opportunity to match the offer.
Right. So when people say that the boys don't believe in them, yada, yada, all that crap, first of all, the 5-year deal, 100 and whatever million, that's believable.
Exactly. You're not going to throw that kind of money out there on the table. What if he signs it? Then you're stuck with somebody you don't want?
Right. And second, if they really didn't believe him, they would say, okay, here's an non-exclusive tag. Somebody come sign him and let me get your first-round pick. So, yeah, that's a great point.
Right, it's actually 2 first-round picks, right? It's one from 1 year and one for the next following year, correct? Or am I mistaken on that?
There you go. Great point.
So. I mean, at the end of the day, and look, I'm a big Prescott supporter, not because of, I've been knowing his father since probably for 26 years now. It's not has nothing to do with that, you know. And I have other little guys in my inbox shooting little pop shots to me, saying that, you know, you have inside information. I have no inside information. Will, if I ever hit you a big game and up and said, look, hey, this is what's going on with Dak, I don't. Right. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm just like, y'all, I'm clueless. Yeah. I'm just giving my opinions. Me and his father don't talk about that stuff. That's not how our friendship is. So I just want to throw that out there to some of your callers or
and honestly,
some of your viewers. I know you got a big reach. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, Steven, because I do see you. You know, sometimes you post about, you know, the family and stuff like that, but you don't ever overstep your boundary.
Never uses that influence.
Ever. You just.
I never will. Like I said, me and Scotty's relationship's not about that. We go back before Dak was 2 years old. You know, I met him a few times here and there in town. I mean, he comes down. I live in Salford. That's where Dak was actually born. He's from Benton, Louisiana, which is in between me and the us at the Texas border. I'm only 25 miles from the Texas border, Louisiana, Texas state line. So I mean, Dak's from a small town called Benton, Louisiana. They don't even have no hospital there. So, but that's a whole nother story. I got a lot of people in my inbox just, you know, hey, because I put it out there, I put myself out. Right. That was my fault. But I never, like you said, I never said, look, this is what I'm hearing from the fam. No. Dude, I have none of that. Cause I don't ask those kind of questions. You know what I mean?
We appreciate
That's not how we talk about family and how's my son doing. You know, stuff like that. How our mutual friends are doing. You know, in this area, because I met him through my cousin. So that's a place of employment that he was already employed. That's how I met Scotty. Well, so I mean that's kind of just put that to bed. You know, as
a person, I appreciate you. You know, doing that, because some people would run with that stuff and go crazy and nutty.
Yeah, and like I said, that's not the way I operate and the way I move. We only see each other, interact with each other on Facebook, and you know, there's people out there that lie. I get that. It's just that's not the way I move in life. So, but no, just getting back with Dak and stuff, man. I honestly think it is a possibility that he doesn't, you know, that he doesn't sign with Dallas long term, I think
we have to acknowledge that, Steven. I do think we have to acknowledge it is a possibility. Even if I don't believe it, it's a possibility, because if they don't acquiesce to Dak next year, a third tag is not happening. A second tag may happen.
Right, that's not happening. I 100% agree with you. There's no way that happens. What's the money on that going to be, like $55 million?
Not 54, 55 million. It's not hitting that cap, bro.
No, sir. Not that, because that'll be a direct hit on that particular year.
Correct.
2021, 2022, correct?
Correct. You don't get any discount. It's all
there's
55.
No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So, I mean, and what worries me, too, and just in general, you know, I don't want to go back in the quarterback purgatory between Aikman and Romo.
Right.
And to me, that's what'll happen unless the Danucci kid, and I'm not, look, we don't know what that guy's going to be about. We have no idea.
Yeah, we have no clue. We have no clue.
No clue. I mean, but you know, some of these scenarios about trading up for Trevor Lawrence, do these guys really realize what it takes to get the number one spot? Trevor Lawrence is not even a shot.
That's a whole lot of draft capital.
He's not even in there's no way.
You'd have to go 2-14, fam. And then if you want to jump up, you'd probably would have to give up more than what the Eagles had to give up to go get Carson Wentz.
Well, right. Well, you know, that's just, I mean, we're talking probably 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s.
If not more, fam, because with the Redskins,
I don't want to mortgage the future. I mean,
that's mortgaging the future. That's mortgaging the future.
That throws away the rest of Tyrants. You know,
trading for Jamal Adams, a first and a third, is not mortgaging the future. Trading 6 picks to go get a quarterback is mortgaging the future.
Right. I mean,
you're doing some more Ricky Williams.
Would I like Trevor Lawrence? I'm not going to sit here and say no.
I like him.
I mean, you know, I would definitely like Trevor Lawrence. I mean, but you know, I like. My whole thing is this: we haven't had a coaching staff across the board on this level. Mike Nolan's going to be a good defensive coordinator. He's brought turnovers. Let me say that again. He's brought and you know this. I'm just preaching to the choir here. I'm just saying this for the viewers and for the people that say Dak should do everything.
Right.
See what I'm saying? We had the 32nd ranked special teams. We were historically bad, sir. We had the least punt return yards. We had the least kickoff yards, and our field goal kicker missed 10 field goals. I mean so you know, let's give the New England game a little, you know, look back and say they won because they blocked the punt. They worked the short field. They scored a touchdown. Defense is back up against the wall. Can't blame the defense there.
That's a perfect game to
You know,
go
Brady
to.
had a short field, but it's not like Brady went ham on us.
No,
our defense did their job. We just, as an offense, couldn't get going. And who do you blame there? Everybody wants to blame, or most people want to blame Dak. And this is what my thing is.
Steve,
tell him, let's not forget them phantom calls.
Oh, no doubt. He does share his fair share of the blame.
Yeah.
But when you sit here and blame Dak and only Dak, that's where I did the same thing with Romo. Man, I took up a Romo a lot.
I agree.
You know, it's I don't understand why people can't like both guys.
Oh yeah, you do get the Dak versus Romo thing, which is wild to me, man. But listen, Steve, great call. We got more. Trying to get a couple more callers in.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I understand that. Thank you. Big game. Y'all be good, and I'm listening, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Y'all do a great job.
Thank you, bro.
Have a good one, fellas.
You too, man. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Before we get Jess on here, we got the special teams thing. I think is important. Because James, we look at the sexy parts of the football teams, which is, you know, offense, defense, head coach. We always neglect special teams, right? Yeah.
And not just that. Right quick, we know Garrett is conservative, and we know anytime we got past that 50-yard line and got near that 40, the field goal was coming. And to be as conservative as you was, and still roll with that field goal kicker who was shaky, that just makes me question your coaching even more, bro.
Yeah. Troy, I'm so mad I couldn't remember what you said earlier, Troy. Look at me. He says, Dak is my dude, but we need to think contingency plans just in case. You agree with that? Do you think we should be thinking contingency plans at this point?
No, I don't think we should have contingency plans at this point. And I think, for real, I think they really like that Ben DiNucci kid.
I gotta wait. I do like him.
I know.
I do like
but
him.
I like him.
But let me give
He's
you.
good developmental. You can say that.
Before I get Jess on here, bro.
She gonna love. She a Dak lover. Get ready.
Let me give you an analogy on a contingency plan. You ain't gonna like this.
Uh-oh.
The reason why I'm not worried about a contingency plan, because I look at it as this way. You don't need to address it until you need to address it. I feel the same damn way about Tyron Smith. I don't give a good goddamn what you gotta say, James. I'm riding till the wheels fall off.
I'm not. I'm damn sure not.
You said, is that a wobble? Oh, nah, fam. We need to go put the donut on.
Driving a tackle next year. I love you, Tyron, but I'm drafting. That back, I don't trust it.
Hey, Jess, what you got for us, Jess?
Tell him, Jess. Where's she at?
903. Jess, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Y'all said a lot of stuff that I had on my mind to say. Because I've been saying that Dak is the man. Because when I first saw that college, what he did in college and how he fought and came forth, and I saw how he was when he first came to team. But all this talking about he the reason we lost all these different games, no. It was poor coaching. Even the other team members said they knew our play, knew what our play was, because he kept running the same play. And he stopped Dak from running. But Dak is the quarterback. What y'all want him to do? Throw the ball and run and catch his own ball and make the point? Because a lot of those receivers stopped running, got lazy, or mad, or whatever their case may be, and let the ball pass on his head. Because when Gallup let that ball pass over his head, and that should have been a touchdown, everybody want to blame Dak. That wasn't Dak's fault. That's the receiver fault. Or who he's throwing to fault, the tight end fault. Whoever drops the ball. I saw a lot of dropouts. But everybody want to blame him. The team is, you got the quarterback and you got all the other players. It takes everybody on there to do their part. But what I want to see Dak do is get in his playbook, get on that film, and be the man that I know he can be. Because I'm so sick and tired of the Dak haters. I'm so sick and tired of everybody want to blame him when other team members be poorly. We all got to work together. It's going to take all of them. They going to have to do it better together. Just like they said, church, we do it better together. So they going to do it better together. See, that's why it hurts me, James, because I can't communicate with them anymore. Because I had haters to lie and tell Twitter I was threatening them. I've been on Twitter since I was 18. I'm finna be 43 on my birthday. I'm 42. I've never threatened anybody. I've never. I mean, I play around, I joke with him. I say, all right, you say this, I'm gonna block you or whatever. But other than that, I've never threatened anybody. That's all I had to say. I love you guys. I love being a part of the show. I just can't stand the Philly dude and oh boy, he need to hush. Because Carson Wentz didn't win that Super Bowl. Nick Foles did, and they fired the dude. He only got a ring because of Nick Foles. He didn't do it. But anyway, Dak is our guy, and he gonna win, and he gonna get paid. That's all I got to say.
Love it, man. Thank you, Jess, man. Keep rocking, yo. You the best.
Yes, sir.
I love Jessica.
Hold on, now.
Jessica.
Hold on. I was about to. She had a great point I wanted to bring up, but before I do that, I gotta make sure my math is right. She said, "I've been on Twitter."
I know what she said. 18 to 42. I tried to add it out. I said, Twitter ain't been here that long, has it?
I've been on Twitter since I was 18.
I said, wow.
I said, okay, so Jess must be about 25. I'm 42. Hold on, wait a minute.
Twitter been out 20 years.
Twitter been out for Jess. I love you, Jess.
I love Jess.
Twitter ain't been out for 20 years. Oh, man, great call. Because there's one point that she talked about that I wanted to bring up. Dak running, right? This gets brought up a bunch, and I'm glad she brought it up. What the hell happened, James?
It's like I said, when they had Scott Linehan, it's like they tried to make him into this Romo-ish type quarterback. You know what I mean? And we all saw why one of the reasons why they draft Sky. What is one of the reasons why they drafted him out of Mississippi State? For his athleticism. That's one of the reasons what appealed to him. Somebody who wasn't a statue, somebody who wasn't going to get hit, somebody who can move in the pocket, be athletic, can move, throw the ball on the run. That's who somebody they wanted, and that's one of the reasons why they like Dak. So if you know that's one of his strengths and you don't do it, especially when you get near the money zone, you should be using his strengths.
I mean, this is a question as well for the guys out there and gals out there watching, the viewers. Do you think that Dak, because he didn't have a long-term contract, a long-term security, that he kind of eased up on rushing? Because, I mean, obviously we know they didn't have any that many design runs for him this year as we thought they should have. Honestly, the Cowboys ranked, I think, not a great ranking in RPOs, which is wild to me because they have the perfect RPO quarterback. But do you think Dak was like, man, listen, I'm not taking off like I would. And I'm not saying he held back, because if the play needed to be made and he had to run, he sacrificed his shoulder. We've seen it happen, right? Mm-hmm. But do you think there might have been some opportunities where he could have ran, but it was like, you know what, I'm going to try to make this one on my arm, because if I get hurt.
Why wouldn't you think that? That's real life. Any human being, any player who doesn't have any guaranteed money knows he cannot get hurt. Of course they're going to think about it. I don't care if we're not in his brain or not. You are an athlete. You are an athlete, Scott. I was an athlete. And if me and you were playing in our 4th year and we're banking on ourselves, yes, we are going to think about, maybe I'm not going to make this run because I can't afford to lose my damn money.
Yeah, I think it's something that, I mean, you have to really think that it could have been a real thing. At first during the season, I wasn't trying to hear it because I seen Dak giving it his all. But
toward the end?
But I mean, he played on a bum shoulder. He could have easily sat out and said that, hey, screw it. But on a lot of those RPOs, there was times he could have pulled that thing out and took off, but maybe it was like, nah, I'm going to let Zeke handle it. Couple more, y'all. Couple more. We riding, man. Bro, I appreciate you coming on here, too.
I appreciate you hitting me up.
I hit up OG like, yo, let's do this thing on the late tip like old school, because they don't remember, man. See, we was on the book. We was on the book. And
they don't remember.
On the book, just trying to, words wasn't even matching. The word.
The face and the voice. The words is like,
I was sounding like this.
Oh, Dak Prescott. Everybody said, listen, man. Hey, man, Dak Prescott go do a thing.
That's what it was sounding like. I said, dog, listen, we can't do no more live shows so I get this shit right.
Change all that shit.
Can't be on here.
Pause. Don't go on Facebook no more. Look, they see us on Facebook.
They see on Facebook. Can't be going on Facebook talking about something.
Hey, thank you very much.
You said we go to YouTube, dog. They don't know yet.
They don't know me over there yet. All right, let's get 818, man. 818, what's up, brother? Or sister. I don't know. 818. Did you fall asleep? On once, going twice. So to 805. 805, you on the line. What's up?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm Robert. First thing I wanted to say is this is my favorite show. I watch some other podcasts, and I won't name the names or anything, but some of the other ones, they give good info, but maybe some of the guys kind of want to be celebrity-like. But I don't see this on this show. I see you guys wanting to be real.
Yep.
And just get the info out and find out what's going on. So that's the first thing I want to say I appreciate.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
And I'm sure you guys have already spoken about why Dak should have been paid, and Zeke got paid, and Tank got paid, and where's the respect and all of that. Has anybody spoken about what I've been on my mind is the value of the quarterback has just been going so sky high compared to the other players. And for me, football is the most team sport compared to the NBA or baseball or football. I mean, you need all your players to make it work. And I see how much more the quarterback's making than some of the other players. And I didn't know if that's going to be an issue, or has anybody thought about maybe attaching, like a fair percentage of what the cap is?
Yeah.
Like,
what's your name again, buddy?
Robert. Bass.
So Robert, I'm not sure how long you've been on the channel, but thank you, man. I appreciate those kind words earlier in the call. But on my channel, I've often said it. I truly believe there needs to be a quarterback cap. I don't care if it's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if it's Lamar Jackson. I don't care how good you are. I think the quarterbacks are getting paid entirely too much.
I do. Amen. Yes.
Most athletes
and
are.
I know that players aren't going to get in other people's money business thing, but it's got to cause unrest, I would think, in the locker room at some point.
Well, that could be, but now, like you said, I don't think players like to do that. They don't like to talk about each other's money because they understand they got to get as much as they can get out of these owners, because these owners, at the end of the day, don't really care about them monetarily. They want to get cheap labor as best as they can get, right? So
That's
what's
true.
happening is
compared to like back in the 60s and 70s,
right?
The players got so ripped off.
Oh my goodness, that's why they're fighting to get more money.
Right. I hear it. Yeah.
So yeah, I've definitely talked about it, and I'm glad you brought it back up because I think it needs to be a real conversation. Because if you give a quarterback cap, when I say cap, guys, I mean they have their own separate cap. They still can get paid what they get paid, but it doesn't affect your team as much. Because what we don't want to do is say, hey, you can't get paid this much. I just wanted to be, hey, we can't have the quarterback taking up 20% of the cap is all. Right. Great call, brother.
Well, thank you very much, and you guys, bless you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that, man. Keep rocking out with us. You have a good night, sir.
Okay, man. All right.
And it's always a blessing when you hear that.
I love hearing that shit.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
because
it's the truth.
That's all we want to do, man. I'm not on here trying to be famous.
He spoke the motherfucking truth.
I'm just trying to be what he did. Just come on here and be real. Speak the truth.
That's it.
I
said, trying to throw no fugazi shit.
Right. I mean, I just wanted you guys to hear like you same way. Hear the things we have to say. Maybe y'all agree, maybe you don't agree. But I feel like what we have to say is never talked about on these other networks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and Vach brings up a lot, the YouTube community is so important. And who else was it? I forget who else it was that said that, we really drive the narrative. The fans and the bloggers, the vloggers, the YouTubers who are actually putting in the real work, we really, truly drive the narrative to the fans that are tuned in right now at 12:04 a.m. on 724, rocking out with Big Game James and Skywalker Steele on the Skywalker Show. Right now, we drive that narrative, y'all. Y'all are the ones. Y'all are responsible for preaching, not just us, right? We all the one and the same. Y'all are also responsible for going out here and setting some of these fans straight. Now, you can't do it all, right, James? Like, you got crazy people, but it's our responsibility, man, to bring the truth.
Nothing but the mother-sucking truth. You feel me?
How you feel about a cap, though? quarterback cap.
I mean, to me that's hard. I think that's too much, Sky, because as soon as you do that with the quarterbacks, running backs gonna say we need our cap, and then the defensive end say I want a defensive end. I was a linebacker. We need our cap because the linebackers don't get paid. They get this more than the guy. I just feel like everybody start crying for their own little separate caps, and then this a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Excuse me, my bad. I think we might. We're gonna get a few more in here. I got to get this one in here. I'm gonna just let him in. For real, 956. What it is, what it do?
Skywalker, how you doing? Big Game James. Hope everybody's doing well. Hey, first of all, I want to remind you, put up my graphic. Cowboys Network made a graphic. I want my graphic up there.
Yeah, I gotta find it. Hold on.
I said put it up.
Don't worry. Listen, they were close to getting a deal. They just ran out of time.
Yeah.
Both sides dug in. I get it. Both sides dug in. But here's what you're going to have. Dak is going to ball out. He's got the pieces behind him, and now he's got a coaching staff to support him. The last caller said it. Football is the ultimate team sport.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a great player like Marino, like Drew Brees, but they may even get to one Super Bowl and never again because it's a team sport. You need that support structure. You need the players. You need the coaching. Dak is going to get it this year. That's why I'm not worried. All right, Cowboys front office messed up. Their deadline make deals philosophy just cost them a lot.
Didn't work.
But Jerry, as Jerry said, he don't get hand cramps by signing those checks. He knows, and he's going to see under Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore and these weapons and that improved defense and special teams. He's going to see this is the best chance he has at making a Super Bowl run with Mike McCarthy, with the additions he made, and with these weapons on offense. And if it Alden Smith on defense, those big, fat interior linemen that he got on defense, that philosophical change of attacking, let's be aggressive. We're going to give up big plays, but we're going to get the ball back to our offense and score more points. He's going to see it, and then he'll gladly sign that big check for Dak next year, even if it is after Watson.
Let me ask you something, Lunatic. I know he doesn't get a cramp to sign checks, right? But is it really Jerry in control right now? Because he don't get cramps. But right now, it seemed like that arthritis is kicking in. Is it really Jerry right now, or do you think it's Steven?
It's Steven. Right. It's Steven. He's lived through cap hell. He has lived through cap hell where he saw Daddy pay all this money, and then how are we going to pay for it? Don't worry about it. We'll worry about it later. And that day fell on him. So he's afraid for that cap hell, but the numbers are just going to go up. There's going to be a slight blip, but the numbers are going to go up. That money's going to be there. And he's going to see once you find the player, you pay him the money.
Yeah.
That'll make you more wins. That'll give you more money, more fan base. Again, the Super Bowl number 6 is right there. Everybody's got the same disadvantage, but
I see you everywhere, and you are definitely preaching the number 6, man. I love it.
Because we're closer, and Eastside Herald and even those She-Gals, we're closer to our 6th than Houston is to their 1st, or the She-Gals are to their 2nd. Hey. We are closer to our 6th than any of them.
Here we go. Always, man. Always great call, Lunatic. Always.
Have a great one, Cowboys Nation. We're on our quest for 6, and we're going to get it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you as always, man. Unbelievable call. He always brings the energy. I love it. What we going to do here, James? Because I want to reward the people in the chat and reward the callers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a quick drive-by, 24-second type, like shot clock drive-by with the rest of these callers. There's a couple of them. 252-661-205. We're going to run through, okay? Stay a statement or question or what you want to say, and we're going to get you guys on here because you guys have been awesome and you've been waiting. So I want to get you in here. So 252, shoot your shot.
Hey, what's up, Sky?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Big Gang?
What it is, what it do?
It's TP from NC.
TP from NC. I fool with TP. What's up, TP? Give it to us.
Nothing much, man. Hey, I understand what Homeboy's saying. I honestly believe that Steven is running the show, but I still think Jerry said when it's time for him to step in, I got heard enough. It's time for the big dog to come in now. But I think Dak is the man. He's going to be the man. I don't believe that they're going to be searching for another quarterback. It is what it is. Jerry and them have to pay the money next year. They know it. And like I said, I don't believe Jerry don't really care too much. But, hey, it is what it is. They're going to step into it. They got to deal with it. And I don't think they're going to let Dak go. What you going to do? Bring in a rookie? I heard some people talking about Trevor, whatever his name is.
Trevor Lawrence.
He might be a joke. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of difference in playing college ball and playing that pro ball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just don't see it. I still think Dak's the man. I think he's gonna go out there and be professional. He's gonna do what he has to do. They can both sides come. Well, I ain't gonna say both sides messed up, but I think the Jones is messed up by letting it linger. And they just gonna have to do what they have to do. You have to pay the cost to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Jerry and them have a problem with it if they win it. Jerry said just give me some wins. So
I agree.
And I think with this new regime coming in, and I'm tired of, and I'm gonna let you go. I'm tired of people talking about the old Jerry, Jason Garrett era, where the Cowboys did this, we couldn't do that. Everybody know that the players outplayed the coaches. And it came a time when it's time for the coaches to stand up, they screwed it. So now it's a new regime. Hey, the Cowboys are for real. We coming. Like I told you before, I told you and Big Game James and Law, only thing to stop the Cowboys this year is COVID.
That's it.
And I'm out.
That's
Peace.
it.
I love y'all guys.
Love you too, man. Appreciate you. How you feel about that? Only COVID stopping us. I love that.
Let's hope so. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't win under Mike McCarthy, then the Cowboys are cursed.
That's a good point. We can't win under
For real, dog. For real. Then we ain't winning it. If we ain't winning under McCarthy, dog, with everything we have, then I said it like 3 years ago, we would never win under Jerry, and I wasn't trying to throw it out there. But if we don't win under McCarthy, under Jerry, we ain't winning, bro. We're cursed.
Did I get 252 was TP? Yes, it was. All right, 661. What's up, man? What you got for us, real quick?
Hey, man, this is Deuce, man. 661. Yo, check it out, man. You guys got to start pushing this narrative, man, that it's not Jerry anymore, man. Jerry ain't been doing nothing.
He's
since,
a mouthpiece.
2014. It's Steven, man. It's Steven. And you know Steven's track record, man. He played hardball with everybody. He played hardball with Romo. He played hardball with Zach Martin. Tyron Smith, the only one that didn't play hardball with. He played hardball with Tank. And you know what I mean? So Steven's the one that's really controlling it. Jerry's just a figurehead. You know, Jerry ain't really doing nothing. You ever see him move around? You know what I mean? The guy can barely move. 80-something years old.
I don't know. I think he looked pretty swift for an 80-something-year-old there.
All right, man. You look at it, bro.
But he's not doing it. It's Steven, like you said. I agree.
Yeah, man. So you guys got to start pushing this narrative. When everybody say Jerry, no. Steven. And Steven's been playing hardball with everybody. He played hardball with everybody, man. So we got to take it for what it is. I believe the Cowboys don't want to set the market at the quarterback how Kansas City did. That's why they're just letting everything fall into place. You know, and I'm sorry, man. And trying to blame Dak, man. If anybody blamed Dak for our season last year, they didn't watch the games. If you watch the games, you see that soft-ass defense, man, never stopped anybody when counting. Man, oh my God! Every Sunday night, man, you watch the defense miss tackles and miss blow coverage,
miss interceptions,
on that, miss everything, man. It was the defense fault. The defense was sitting there getting fat and happy. A couple of guys got paid. Man, never chilled it. But Tank the only one that played hard all year. Tank was the only one that played hard. He didn't get sacks, man, but if you watch the games, he was great. He was tackled for losses. You see him chasing down screens, 50, 60 yards down the field. Tank was the only one that played. So, man, we gotta get that old ass cover 2 out of here. Getting ate up by everything. I like we brought in Nolan and bring that hybrid attacking 3-4 blitz man coverage in the back on the backside. So, you know, like how kind of like San Francisco used to play, and they had Patrick Willis and all that. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see that kind of action. So hopefully these guys get a little tougher, get a little hungry, because these guys don't have any connection to any of these defensive players. So anybody can be replaced, no matter what place you are and all that. That was just my thing about it is we got to hold this defense more accountable for what happened.
I agree on both fronts with the defense and Steven. I'm going to let Big Game tune in or chime in on that. All right? Appreciate you calling, brother.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, James, you know us, man. We push that narrative about Steven. That's our thing. That's our thing. Ever since Stargaze Cowboys podcast, we have been pushing. Y'all have to really pay attention with Steven.
I mean, I've been saying it. Some people have been like, nah, man, it's Jerry. Buck stops here. I get that. He's the guy. But when you see everything that's happening now, especially since the last 4 to 5 years, he's been over the money. It's not been Jerry. Jerry hasn't even been messing with the money. He got the money, but he ain't dealing with the cap. He's not messing with those contracts anymore. That's all Steven. So if he's giving Steven all that power, what do you think? If he's giving you all that power, then Steven's going to have the influence.
I agree. I'm going to keep it real with you. I think the biggest influence Jerry Jones has had on this franchise in regards to personnel over the last 5 years. I'm going to give you two examples of the biggest influence he's had over the last 5 years is La'el Collins. I don't think La'el Collins is here if he doesn't go to Jerry Jones' house. And I hate to say this one, Greg Hardy.
That was all Jerry.
Greg Hardy. Without Jerry Jones, I don't think those two things happen. One is good, one's bad. But yeah. So last one, 818. Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
And I was just saying, and I think Jerry even wanted to keep him, but I think Steven jumped in there like, no, this is a bad PR. We don't want. Yeah, I'm saying at the end of the year, because remember he was still talking about him, but I think Steven was jumping in there like, no, PR mule. We don't need to deal with this. Get him out of here.
It ain't just PR. That's not good look.
That wasn't good look.
That's not good. You don't want to be that team.
And plus, you pushing assistant coaches on sidelines.
Yeah, it was not good look. 818, what's up?
This is the last one.
Hey, Steele, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. What you got for us? Give it to us real quick.
Hey, listen. I called in and talked to you before. Everybody is not a hater on Dak Prescott, okay?
You're right.
And while you got Big Game James there, he and I are about a year apart in age, okay? I want you to ask him, was Troy Aikman criticized in his early years before he won the Super Bowl, okay? There was a contingency of Dallas Cowboy fans that wanted Steve Walsh until Troy Aikman proved himself, okay? I need for you guys to stop saying everybody is hating on Dak Prescott.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. I'm not the person that do that. I don't do the whole hating thing. I had Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers on here that said the same thing. I don't call anyone that disagrees about Dak Prescott a hater as long as you bring context to the conversation. If you just say Dak Prescott sucks, Cowboy sucks, you're a hater. If you bring context to the conversation, I can't call you a hater. We just disagree. But go ahead.
Okay, it's all in constructive criticism. Okay, me personally, I don't believe Dak Prescott can lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl victory.
I don't mean you're a hater.
With that, I want him to prove me wrong. Okay, and if for any reason he doesn't, I honestly believe he will be a New Orleans Saint next season. That's just my personal belief. Okay, I am not in love with players. I want whoever is going to lead the Dallas Cowboys to their 6th Super Bowl. Okay, that's all I'm concerned with. I thought Tony Romo was a choke artist. Okay. I wanted the Cowboys to bring in Peyton Manning when he became a free agent. I had no faith in Tony Romo, okay? That's my only thing. Your boy Vach, if it's not you, we need to stop this foolishness, okay, that everyone is a Dak Prescott hater. Okay, I'm not saying you still,
right?
Okay, but Big Game James, we're around the same age. So we remember the Steve Walsh, Troy Aikman saga in Dallas, okay? I've been a Cowboy fan since I was 9 years old, 1981, man. All right, that's all I got to say. God bless.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Love the call, brother. See, I actually like that call because I'll tell people all the time on my show, man, when people call in and disagree, I'm cool with disagreement. I'm absolutely fine with disagreement. So he says he doesn't believe in Dak Prescott can be the quarterback to win the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. He hopes he proves them wrong. I hardly ever hear that. You know what I'm saying? People that don't believe in Dak just say that, either he sucks, I like Dak, get rid of him, yada, yada. But no one doesn't openly then admit that I hope and I'm rooting for him to actually do those things. I just don't believe in him.
Yeah, and I do agree with what he was talking about, the Troy Aikman Steve Walsh thing. I was there live in effect, and Aikman's in his first year.
I was cooked up in the womb at that point.
Yeah, you was just getting warmed up again. Win, come on, it's gonna be so cute. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that. I remember after Aikman's first year, 1-15, and the way he was playing, and when they drafted Steve Walsh, it was kind of like I feel like Jimmy was still believed in Aikman, but he wanted to keep that fire near Aikman. So let me get a Steve Walsh who won at Miami and played for me. Let me just put that fire in. And Aikman took it personal because he said, I needed Jimmy to be on my team. And then when Jimmy finally came and said, hey, you're my guy, Aikman said he was good. But he did say he uses that for a little bit of a motivation. I don't know if they got Dalton for that. I just feel like they got Dalton because that's the smart thing to do, because he's better than Cooper Rush. And if something were dare to happen to Dak, we don't want to feel like we
shut
season's
that down.
over.
We shut that down immediately. The whole,
you know what I'm saying?
Whole Dalton thing is a start. That's true. Yeah, man, I really do appreciate that call because we are obviously pro Dak Prescott, meaning we want to see him do good. We think he is a good quarterback, and we want to see him win the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. However, I agree with him on this thing. I ain't in love with no player.
I was just about to say that. I ain't in love with no player either. I'm in love with getting this championship.
When Des Bryant was on the outs, I wasn't sitting here crying about it.
Neither was
because I understood what the situation was. I understood that, listen, while Dez may have something left for somebody, it ain't this team. It's not. It just didn't. It wasn't a marriage made in heaven like Tony Romo and Dez after they got their thing together. So I was like, okay, let's go replace him. Well, problem was they ain't replace him, James.
I mean, like I said, when I was younger, and once I saw Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, those top dogs get traded, then yeah, I learned right then. You can't fall in love with no players because you seen them guys get traded. Joe Montana, okay, yeah, anybody can be traded, so you cannot fall in love with a player. It's a business.
No, you can't. You cannot fall in love with these players. That's why if Dak Prescott ends up leaving, as long as we got something in the cuff,
yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and be crying about Dak. Now, if
I'll lie, I'll be like, damn, I really want to see Dak do it.
This was when Tony Romo got replaced and retired, I wasn't crying about Tony Romo being replaced.
I never thought Tony Romo was going to take us to a Super Bowl anyway. I always believed that. I loved Romo's ability, but I just didn't feel like he had that.
The only exception I would say, I'd be like, damn, this shit hurt, is if I was a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady, who's brought us to 9 Super Bowls, won 6 of them. Our contingency.
You don't want to see that shit ever end.
Jarrett Stidham, and he gone. Yeah, I'll be hurt. But then when I got Cam, so it's like, okay, we might be able to do something. Oh, man. How about tonight, brother? Steven Stevens came in. What's up, Steven? I'm thrilled. The chat was popping. The calls were popping. The calls were unbelievable. We were, and there's still some coming through, but we're going to wrap it up here. It's getting about 12:30 over here on the West Coast. It's only 9:30.
Boo-Thang said.
Boo-Thang. See, I already talked to my Boo-Thang.
See, Boo-Thang, because Boo-Thang's, you got lucky because Boo-Thang came out the shower just staring like, hi.
Like Steele?
Yeah,
you said, oh, she did what? She came out the what? She came out to say, it said,
I want me some glory hole.
That's what she did. You know it. You know it. Skywalker Show After Dark. Came out and said, boo. What?
I want me some glory hole.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. Time to go. Oh, man. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, man. Something wrong with this motherfucker.
See, y'all think it's... Look, let's see. Spill this shit. Ain't spill it, but it dropped. Y'all think it's water and coffee. Skywalker Show After Dark, y'all. Shout out to Fresh Prince 512, the $5 donation over there on James. He said, Broadus just being a chatty patty. Yeah, we got in on Broadus a little bit earlier, man.
I don't know, man.
Unbelievable. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna plug my stuff, let you plug your stuff too. I'm aiming for he's still tripping on that glory hole age. I'm aiming for Sunday, guys. Cowboys Nation for the State of the Unit cornerbacks.
And that shit been hard. I want to give you props for that. I've been peeping in there. Them shit's been ridiculous.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. I'm trying to attack each of those positions, man.
I love the name too. State of the Union.
State of the Union. You see, at first, when I was opening up those shows, I was opening up with a little political humor.
Mm-hmm.
But then to start getting real out here in these streets, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna chill on now.
Yeah, back off.
But yeah, man, State of the Unit cornerbacks this weekend, I believe, unless something comes up, y'all, and then I apologize. We'll talk about the cornerbacks and dive into that. I had to see what OG. I think OG, you doing something Sunday, ain't you?
Who, me?
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah, I think I might have a little guest. I'm still trying to patch all that together. But right now, just really on the solo tip, just really trying to prepare for training camp, if there is one. Just really trying to see what these rookies are, getting acclimated to. I really want to see if this is going to, I know the veterans, I really want to see these damn rookies. If this training camp goes through, I really want to see how these rookies are really going to react in this damn month.
Yeah, man.
A month.
Hopefully they come up with some type of agreement so we can get something on that. So yeah, make sure y'all follow him on his page, subscribe, Silver Blue Nation. Y'all see it right there. And keep supporting. Before I get out, gotta plug in one more time, y'all. If y'all want to get some cool ass apparel like this shirt here, and I have more. I should have wore one today, man. I had on my.
Wore that. I know you wore this. Damn, that CD Lamb was hard though. Because when you was wearing, I said, where'd you get that damn jersey from?
Man, that 500. I had on this dope ass. Y'all could barely see it on the Patrick Walker show. I had on an Ultimate Warrior shirt.
I seen it.
Yeah, I had that Ultimate Warrior.
I was like, where you getting all this fresh gear from? I'm copping that CD Lamb. Yeah, that shit was hard.
Next time I wear one, I'm see. I got the Sky Can popping. I got nothing on here, but when I have another one on, I'll show you guys some of the shirts. Man, they got really good stuff, man. But 500level.com.
And I like that blue color too.
Somebody said it kind of a giant blue. I was like, God.
I ain't no damn giant blue.
Steele 20 is the promo code. Yeah, man, you know what it is. Before I press it though, anything else? Shout out to the chat, all the donations, all the new members. Right? We had a lot of those today.
Yeah, man, 3 new members. How many new members you get today? I got 3 new members.
I got some renewals, so I don't know.
That's still new to me.
Right, I'm not really sure. Thank you, Stevie. Stevie dropped the link, so if you guys are in my chat here, go ahead and look into that. If you see something, man. James said, great show. Skywalker, James, I'm going to keep holding it down. Shout out to you, Big Game James. And then James, a.k.a. The Guardian, signing out. He's a Guardian member. Appreciate you.
That's that. You feel good when they attaching the shit to their name now.
I like that shit. I like that shit. Swaggy said CD versus Diggs 1v1 is going to be interesting. Oh, can't wait.
And once again, one last thing I wanted to say about these rookies. As I said before, our rookies are in a good place because they're going against dogs. So as much as we say, man, we want to see them in a preseason games against somebody else, guess what? Trevin Diggs is going against Amari Cooper. Okay, he going against Michael Gallup. You feel? He going against dogs. You know what I mean? It ain't like
Fresh Prince with the big drop on the James page. Go ahead.
We appreciate you, Fresh Prince. Are you Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Right.
Well, it all started in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
$50 holla.
You can't ask for a better nightcap. You can ask for one.
You, Fresh.
Appreciate the donation over there, Fresh Prince 512. He says, "Stay up, my brothers. Be well, man. We've been up. It's almost 1 o'clock on our end, but no, I feel you."
Hey, this was Sky's deal. We went on the fly, and you see how those are always the best ones when you just do them when you don't even think.
I said that when I hit you out, and to my lady, I said, you know what, man, I feel good about tonight. The nation is probably looking for something to talk about, get their mind. They want to talk about it. So I said, let's get on here and talk to the nation, let them get it out their system, man. Appreciate everybody in this building tonight, all the new members, all the super chats, all the subscribers, all the people that came in and out. It's been an awesome show. Y'all know how it is. Don't press this button. I don't go. Oh, wait. Before I go, some people didn't hear the intro. Y'all gotta let me know.
Play that shit. Yeah, play that shit again right quick.
Let me know how y'all feel about the new Skywalker Show intro, and I'm gonna mess with it a little bit.
Motherfucker, you know they gonna love that shit.
I'm gonna mess with it a little bit with the late night hype too, real quick. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this universe.
Coming to you live.
A little remix too.
From Skywalker Studios.
Giving you the real surrounding the Dallas Cowboys from news, updates, rumors, transactions, takes, and more. Strap up and get ready as we take you into the Dallas Cowboys universe.
I love you, Skywalker. I think you're one of the greatest young cats in the game. When somebody come into the town, when a gunslinger come into the town, we calling you because you're going to challenge that gunslinger.
You're listening to the Skywalker Show podcast. Here's your host, Skywalker Steele.
Woo! With that said, y'all, we gonna get out of here with some energy, man.
Y'all ain't ready.
I hope I woke you up.
Ain't ready.
Say, nah, get some good sleep, man. Appreciate you. Love you. Peace.